Hello everybody, it's Therese, and today is my, this is my 1 week post-op video. I'm actually 9 days post-op, so it's 1 week, 2 days. And my kids are awake, so I'm going to kind of just go down my list of things I want to talk about, and hope that I don't talk too fast. But I want to get this done. I've already had to redo it 3 times. So, and I put it off, anyway. I put it off because I don't seem to have the time, so I'm just going to go ahead and try to do it, and you know, whatever interruptions I have, I have. So I'm doing really well. I've lost 33 pounds altogether. 18 of those pounds were pre-op from my liquid diet, and the rest is all post-op. And I had my drain and staples taken out Wednesday, so I was 7 days post-op when they took my drain and staples out. It was amazing. I mean, amazing, the relief I felt when my drain was taken out. I know some people go home with their drain and some people get it out in the hospital. Oh my gosh. Amazing, the difference. That drain was horrible, just horrible. The way that it was hurting, you know, the left side of my body. So that night, things were so much better. I could sleep in my bed, I could sleep on my stomach. So it was like 100% improvement in my life. And I was also, the same day I was released, 1 week post-op, I was released to eat soft foods. So I'm allowed 3 times a day, up to a half a cup, but I'm only at a quarter cup is all I can eat right now. 2 ounces is what I eat. I can eat cream of wheat, cottage cheese, and blenderized soups. And that's just about it. And then everything that I was eating before. Cottage cheese was my first meal, and it was blissful. It's amazing how good cottage cheese tastes when you haven't eaten in 21 days. And I savored every bite. It takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to eat my 2 ounces of food. And like I said, I do it 3 times a day. And I'm pretty stuffed when I'm done. It's crazy. You just can't wrap your head around the fact that you eat this tiny little portion of food and you feel like you just had Thanksgiving dinner. It's so weird. You know, it's just, I can't even, you know, it's just, until you experience it, it's so bizarre. You can't even describe it. But, I mean, I know it works, you know, that's why you lose weight, because you are full. And, you know, my meals will last me 3 to 4 hours, and I'm not hungry. You know, next thing I know, it's time to eat again, and, you know. So, I have had cream of wheat. I didn't really care much for that. It just wasn't my thing. Oh, and Greek yogurt. I tried Greek yogurt. I bought the, it's OIKOS. It's a Stonyfield Farms brand. It's fat-free, organic Greek yogurt. It's really thick and rich. It was plain. And the first time I had it, I used an ounce of cottage cheese with it to give it some texture, and an ounce of the yogurt with some vanilla extract and Splenda and cinnamon, and it was really, really good. And then I had tonight I had some homemade vegetable soup that I put in the blender, and I pulsed it, and I had 2 ounces of that with a dollop, you know, like a teaspoon, maybe half a teaspoon of the Greek yogurt on top with salt and pepper, and it was so good. It was divine. It was so good. So very good. So I'm going to have that again tomorrow, probably for lunch and dinner. So that's what I'm eating. Something odd, you know, I'm trying to become aware, you know, of how, I mean, I know my relationship with food and how all that goes, but it was really interesting and somewhat disheartening to me to realize once I got clearance to eat, you know, during the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks I couldn't eat anything but liquid. Then I was only drinking liquid a week post-op. And for those 3 weeks, I didn't have to think about food because I just couldn't eat. It was just not an option. So I didn't have to make decisions, I didn't have to think about portions or overeating or any of that. So in a way, it was nice to be free of food, you know, in that way. But once I was given the opportunity, once I had even the tiniest bit of food choices and the tiniest bit of food that I'm allowed to eat now, I was consumed by it. Like Wednesday night, which makes sense for your first meal. You're starving. You want to, But Wednesday night at 8 and Thursday, I was so preoccupied in between my meals with what I was going to eat. And, like, really preoccupied. And it was kind of frightening to me because it was like, do I want this? I don't know. It was just so much like my old life. And it scared me. And I know that it's a process, and overcoming those things takes time. But it was just amazing to me how quickly, after 3 weeks, and then bam, I get food back, and my brain just kicks in. What am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? And I was really preoccupied, and I was, trying to think, okay, well, this is where your addiction comes into the food, and this is where you need to channel that into something else. I need to transfer that. And eventually I do want to transfer. I want to transfer that to exercise and housework, because those are two healthy things that I really want to do, and I can channel that need to, my need for control and that kind of thing. I can channel into something that's good for me, good for my life. But I'm too weak to get up and clean the house. I'm not well enough yet, and I don't feel well enough yet. I don't have the energy that I'll have when I've lost a lot of weight. And I can't really exercise. It was raining. I wanted to go take a walk, but it was wet outside. And I can pace in the house, but I just had to get through it. And once I realized what was going on in my head mentally, it was fine. And it was just Thursday, for like right between breakfast and lunch and dinner. And today's been fine. But anyway, I just thought I would share that. And then the other thing, I got my bracelet from Lauren's Hope. I don't know if all of you, your doctors tell you that you need a medical bracelet for like an emergency, but let me see if you can see. See, it has like the medical symbol, and then it's engraved on this side, and it says my name, and it says gastric bypass, and it says no blind NG tube, and no sugars, and it has my doctor's phone number. Our surgeon office told us to get a bracelet, and they gave us the brochure, and it's really cute, actually. I don't know if you can see, but it's got these blue and brown beads, and it's silver. So anyway, it's actually quite cute. It came in the mail yesterday. Oh, and the other really weird thing is my hair. And I thought it was just me, but today I was at my sister's, and she mentioned it. And then her 5-year-old mentioned it. My hair, I'm wearing my daughter's hair clips right now, so pardon me. My hair is so incredibly straight just in the last few days. And it's not thinning, and I know I'm not losing my hair. You're not really supposed to lose your hair, and I've heard around 3 months, and I don't know if you can even tell. But I just washed it today, and it kind of looks greasy because it's so straight. Because my hair is not this straight. It's not curly, but it's wavy. But it's just really weird. So I was wondering if anybody else has experienced this really crazy. Look how straight that is. It looks like I use a straightener. It's straight on the side. Once it gets to the bottom, it kind of flips a little bit. But anyway, really weird. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's the vitamins that I'm taking, or if it's the lack of nutrition that's taking away some of the body that my hair had, because it is really thin. I don't know. It's just really crazy weird. So I thought I would tell you about that. Let's see. I actually have a list here if I can flip to it real quick. I'm not having any trouble getting my protein and my water in. My fluids and my protein have been, no problem. I don't have to chop my pills anymore. I'm able to swallow those. And I'm doing really well. I go back to work Monday. Today is Friday, the 20th, and I go back on Monday, the 23rd. So, and then I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm off Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving. Oh, and my doctor cleared me for 1 teaspoon of the inside of a sugar-free pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. So that's something to look forward to. But anyway, I'm doing really great. Thank you so much for all of the prayers and support. And thanks to everybody for watching my videos. I hope you're all doing well and that you have a great Thanksgiving. Good night.